everyone. The topic of today's debate is: should entrepreneurships be taught in schools and colleges? We have four students here, two in favor and two against. Let's start with the debate now.
Hello everyone. I strongly believe that entrepreneurship should be taught in schools and colleges. In today's world, jobs are shrinking, but ideas are unlimited. If students learn entrepreneurship early, they can create jobs instead of just searching for them. For example, in India, startups like Zomato and Byju's were started by young entrepreneurs. Imagine if more students got this kind of training in schools, India could become the startup hub of the world.
I respect your point, Ishan, but I disagree. School and college are meant to focus on building a strong foundation in subjects like science, maths, and languages. Entrepreneurship is a complex skill. It requires experience, not just classroom teaching. If we push students into it too early, they may get confused or feel pressured. Not every student wants to be an entrepreneur. Some may prefer stable jobs.
I understand your concern, Kajal, but entrepreneurship education doesn't mean forcing every student to become a business owner. It's about teaching life skills like problem solving, leadership, teamwork, and financial literacy. For example, countries like the US and Singapore already have entrepreneurship clubs in schools, and students learn how to run small projects. Why should Indian students be left behind?
Nirja, that sounds nice in theory, but in practice, our education system is already overloaded. Students in India are under pressure from board exams, competitive exams like JEE and NEET. If we add entrepreneurship as another subject, it will increase stress. Instead of teaching it in schools, we should encourage students to explore it at the college or professional level when they are more mature.
I agree that students face pressure, but entrepreneurship can actually reduce stress. It gives students a chance to learn through fun projects instead of just mugging up theory. For example, schools can let students run a small eco-friendly stall in the canteen or start a social project. This way, they learn practical knowledge along with academics.
But Ishan, not all schools in India have enough resources. Many rural schools still struggle with basic facilities like classrooms, electricity, and teachers. How can we talk about teaching entrepreneurship when the basics are missing? Instead of adding new subjects, we should focus on improving the current system.
That's a valid point, Kajal. But entrepreneurship doesn't always need big resources. It can start small. For example, in villages, students can be encouraged to think of local solutions like organic farming techniques or making handicrafts marketable online. This way, entrepreneurship can actually uplift rural India and provide self-employment opportunities.
Nirja, again, it sounds inspiring, but reality is different. Entrepreneurship is risky. For every successful startup like Ola or Flipkart, there are hundreds that fail. If young students face failure too early, it can demotivate them. Isn't it better to first let them complete their education, get some experience, and then try entrepreneurship?
Hey Rohit, failure is part of life and it's better to learn to handle it early. Entrepreneurship education can actually teach resilience, how to learn from mistakes and try again. Even Mahatma Gandhi said, failure is the key to success. If schools can teach us to handle exams, why can't they also teach us to handle failures in real life?
Still, I feel entrepreneurship should be an optional skill, not a compulsory subject. Some students are creative and innovative, but others may not be interested. Making it compulsory will not help everyone.
That's fair, Kajal. I also believe it doesn't need to be a compulsory subject like maths, but it can be introduced as an elective, workshop, or club. Just like we have sports and cultural activities, why not entrepreneurship clubs? This way, interested students can benefit without forcing everyone.
Okay, but here's another concern. Our teachers. Most teachers in India are not trained in entrepreneurship. How will they teach it? First, we need to train teachers and create a proper curriculum. Otherwise, it will just become another theory subject with exams and marks, which defeats the purpose.
Absolutely. That's why schools can also invite local business owners, startup founders, or even alumni to mentor students. Many successful Indian entrepreneurs are ready to guide the younger generation. For example, the Atal Innovation Mission already encourages schools to set up tinkering labs. This shows the government also believes entrepreneurship education is important.
So, to summarize my side, entrepreneurship is important, but not in schools and colleges as a compulsory subject. Our focus should first be on strengthening basic education, reducing stress, and giving students freedom to choose their own path.
Yes, I agree. Let students first complete their education. If they are interested, they can take entrepreneurship courses in higher education or after graduation. Schools should not rush into this.
On the other side, we believe entrepreneurship education is not about forcing, but empowering. It can start small, through clubs and projects, and give students practical skills for life. With India aiming to be a $5 trillion economy, we need job creators, not just job seekers.
Exactly. Entrepreneurship education will prepare students for the future, make them confident, creative, and independent. If countries around the world can do it, India too must encourage its students to think big and dream big.
This was a great debate. Now it's your turn to share your opinion. Do you think entrepreneurship should be taught in schools and colleges? Share your views in the comments below.